In this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about getting ready for a competition show. I have my first show in 15 weeks and things are starting to heat up now quite a bit in terms of nutrition, training and mindset, most than all. So there's a lot of things you might not know about competing. It may look like something that you see people in a bikini on stage and you see them shredded and you think, I want to look like that. And that's fantastic if you have the time, the dedication and the commitment to do so. However, it's not for everyone and it can be a pretty tough experience at times, particularly when your calories are quite low, when your training output is quite high, when you start to feel pretty sluggish, pretty tired, and then you still have to maintain life on a day-to-day basis. For me, personally, I pull back from a lot of social experiences. So my weekends, I prefer to be alone. I prefer to sit by myself and eat some food, maybe watch a movie, but I don't like any distractions. And I like to just be in my own space and my own comfort. In terms of food, it's a really tough process to go through when you're constantly having a battle with yourself over, I really want to eat that, but I know I shouldn't eat that right now because it might impact my body composition later down the line. So it's not like being in a regular diet phase where yes, you need to maintain a caloric deficit, but you also have to watch the foods you are eating, you have to watch the sugars you're intaking, you have to watch your fibre levels, you have to make sure that the macros that you're breaking down are specifically right for you, that you have the right protein, the right carbohydrates to fuel your training. There's a lot more bits and pieces to it to get you into that peak condition than quite simply hitting a protein goal and making a calorie goal on a day-to-day basis. There's also not much wiggle room in terms of social experiences, which is why I remove myself predominantly from them. That's a personal thing. Now, there are people out there I know that compete, that can maintain social occasions, but for me, I find that difficult, and I find my own self-constraints around those areas much more challenging, and I'm more likely to cheat or to let myself down when I feel pressures in different situations. The training is not for everyone either. Now, yes, it's great to feel strong, it's great to lift weights, but then what happens when your motivations are low, when you're tired, you're fatigued? At that point in a competition prep, you cannot pull back and not go into the gym. You have to go to the gym. You have to get the sessions done. By grinding and hustling when you have no motivation at all, that is what sets you aside from everyone else maybe on that stage and from a lot of other people who are just interested in training and getting a good body composition. Emotionally, it can be an absolute roller coaster. You can have fantastic days and then you can have days where you don't want to get out of bed sometimes, but you know you have to get up and train and prep your food and go to work and put a smile on your face and manage life and manage your situation. Comp prep is not for everyone, and it's something that I think people are so quick to say, I would love to do that, but it's not until you actually get into the nitty gritty mindset, the motivation and the drive and find out why you want to be on that stage, that you can then understand how much harder you're going to have to work and how much you can actually dedicate to it. It is a pretty tough gig, I won't lie. I struggle a lot at different points, but the reason I do it is because I want to be in the peak condition of my life. I want to be on that stage celebrating body confidence and looking phenomenal with other women. I love a little bit of sass and I love that feeling of a crowd looking at you in your bikini and you thinking, I've worked fucking hard to be here, I deserve this spot. If you can't get your mindset to that point or you can't understand why you want to be there for you, sometimes competition prep is not for you. And it's something you need to think about a little bit before you dive into your big calorie deficit phase, before you dive into committing 100% to it, and before you sign yourself up for a journey that is going to have a lot of bumps. I hope that if you have ever thought about competition prep, this video helps you out. There are so many other things that we could talk about and so much more detail we could go into around the experiences, the trials, the tribulations. But for today, that's all I'm going to say. And just think about it. If you are thinking about competing, are you really ready to commit and dedicate yourself to that journey?